Hi there, everybody, and I want to thank you for spending Lent with me online, coming in and attending the retreats. This is the final week of Our Lady of Joy's Lenten Retreat, pandemic edition. Hopefully next year I can plan something for you where we can all gather in person with an amazing person who can come in and maybe a voice you're not quite so used to, but over the last several weeks, we get to experience quite a few things. We get to talk about the fact that what we invite into our hearts, into our lives, into our homes is crucially important, because then from that flows an awful lot, out to other people as well. What flows out of us to the Lord, what flows out of us with this life that we've been entrusted with. And it changes everything about what's inside of us. So today you may have noticed I'm coming to you from the interior of our church here at Our Lady of Joy. This area, I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but where all the pews are, it's called the nave. And that actually comes from the word ship or boat. This is important for us to understand, that we are all in this boat heading on a journey together. Now, it was years ago, Mary Rose and I were really blessed to be able to go on our first cruise. And as we got on that ship, we were clueless. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know where we were supposed to go. We didn't know how the process worked. And there were other people who obviously, I don't know, that maybe they spent half their lives on cruise ships because they knew exactly where to go at every moment. They knew, take this picture over here, go over here, reserve this, get this done. And they were just like a machine of efficiency. Well, Mary Rose and I were just like wandering around, feeling lost, trying to find our way and not having the first clue what we were doing. Now, this Easter, if you watch this video before Easter, this nave, this ship, this boat is going to be very similar to that cruise ship experience. There are going to be some people who, they spend half their lives inside of this church, and praise God for that, prayer warriors that they are. And then there's going to be some folks who look a little bit like Mary Rose and I did on that cruise ship, wandering around trying to figure out what's going on and when to stand, when to sit, what the prayers are, pretending like they know what the prayers are. And you know what? That's okay, because they've gotten on the ship. And I want to tell you, when Mary Rose and I were on that cruise ship, we were so blessed. We were so blessed by people who knew what they were doing, who saw like the glazed look in our eyes, and they came up to us and they just kind of, metaphorically, they took us by the hand and they helped us find our way. And they were so warm and so kind, and we just knew this trip was going to be amazing. I want to challenge you, if you see this before Easter, or heck, if you see this after Easter, that's okay too, because there's going to be another Christmas and there's going to be another Easter. Look around for the people who might have that look in their eyes, who might not know what they're doing, and instead of being offended that someone is sitting in the pew that you normally sit in, or it's harder to get a seat than normal, be those people on that cruise ship who were that to me and Mary Rose, who reached out to us and helped us feel welcome on that boat. Help those folks feel welcome on this boat, in this nave, on this journey to heaven, to the Eucharist, to the sacraments. That's my challenge to you here at the very end of our journey. I want to encourage all of you to participate as much as you can over the next several days. On Holy Thursday, we'll have the Mass of the Lord's Supper at 7 p.m., That will be live streamed, so if you're not able to come in person, you can just hop onto oloj.org and see it there. Also, after that, there will be the exposition, and adoration from 8 p.m. until midnight. That will not be live streamed. Also, it's important to remember on Holy Thursday that there's no morning Mass. Okay. Then on Good Friday, we'll have no 8 a.m. Mass again, but the Stations of the Cross at 12 noon. And then the Divine Mercy Chaplet at 2:30 will be live streamed, along with the Veneration of the Cross at 3 o'clock. And then finally, Holy Saturday on April 3rd, no 8 a.m. morning Mass. There will be the Blessing of the Baskets at noon. And then the Easter Vigil at 7:30. That will be live streamed, and it's going to be a beautiful event where several folks are coming into the Catholic Church in the midst of all of this craziness. Several people are finishing their sacraments in the midst of all this craziness. I encourage you to watch that one. It's going to be phenomenal. 7:30 p.m. Saturday night. And then Easter Sunday, 7 a.m. in the church, 7:15 in the parish hall, Mass. 9 a.m. in the church and 9:15 in the parish hall, Mass. And then 11 a.m. and 11:15, same thing, rinse and repeat. It's important for you to know that the 9 a.m. and the 11 o'clock in the churches will be live streamed. And one final note, our normal 4 p.m. Mass on Sundays is not taking place on Easter either. So make sure you hit one of those other Masses over the Easter weekend. So again, to recap really quickly, it's really important that us as Catholics focus on what we allow in, because that changes what's inside of us. That's what changes what comes out. And that's what the saints did. That was their trick to living this Catholic life according to its prescription and becoming saints. That's what Christ is calling all of us to. That's what our pastor says he wants more than anything else in the world. Father Jess's mission statement is that we would all be saints. And finally, how we can help other people become saints is whenever we're in this boat, helping other people feel at home and maybe showing them the ropes with just the warmest spirit you can muster. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless Our Lady of Joy. God bless our Catholic Church. Have an amazing Easter. And thank you for spending this time with me.